Hey everybody, Farmer Cam coming to you from the coolest spot I could find on the farm today. I'm in the shade tunnel where we grow a few of our summer lettuces under the cover of shade cloth. We are nearing the summer solstice, and so I thought it was a good time to give you an update on all things garden variety harvest. So this is your summer 2021 GVH farm update. The days are long as they'll ever get right now, and it's amazing how much a lot of the plants in the garden are kind of taking advantage of that, processing as much sunlight as possible. That includes the plants we want to be growing at a fast pace, and it also includes the weeds. We do our best to try to keep up with them, and you know, it's a never-ending battle. The summer weeds are a beast in Southwest Virginia. We had a really dry May, and that was pretty good for strawberry production. We definitely improved on last year, but it was difficult to transplant a lot of our first successions of the summer crops, like cucumbers, peppers, tomatoes. Our first run of eggplants were kind of slow out the gate, just because, you know, the only water they were getting was what we irrigated with, and the temperatures were pretty extreme, so there was some transplant shock out there. But we have kind of changed weather patterns, and it is amazing how things have jumped up with a little bit of good old-fashioned rainwater. So the gardens look pretty healthy right now, and we're harvesting our first zucchinis and cucumbers of the year. So and okra and eggplant are not far behind. Our farmers market, the Granite Village Farmers Market, is rolling along steadily as ever. We actually set a record last week with 19 vendors, and we may be hitting 20 here in the next week or two. You know, hot food is coming back to the market. Live music should be back soon. The farmers market is becoming a little bit more fun every week. And speaking of markets, my brother, Aaron, is officially a vegetable hawker himself. Aaron has, for the last few months now, been in the role at Leap of the mobile market manager. So he drives a big old box truck around town 4 days a week, slinging vegetables in every corner of the city. I believe there are something like 14 stops on the weekly schedule right now. You can find the schedule online at leapforlocalfood.org/markets/mobile, and I would encourage you to go and pay him a visit. He does a really good job of bringing a complete offering of vegetables and fruits and, you know, breads and eggs and meats and all kinds of stuff on that market, and it changes every week, and it's all from within our little local food shed region. Our summer programming over at Morningside Urban Farm is invigorating. We have a really diverse mix of topics and teachers, everything from mosaic art classes to rain barrels to garden classes, and of course every week there is yoga over there on Wednesday night. It's a really cool educational space to be taking advantage of. Everything we grow at Morningside is donated to somebody or another. So a lot of the stuff we grow goes to food banks. A lot we give away to people who come to classes and stuff like that. Our best harvests this spring were iceberg lettuce and kale. I'm really excited about the way our pumpkin patch looks over there. I've set a goal for growing a 50-pound pumpkin, so we're going to do our best to try to make that happen. You can find the updated events calendar for Morningside Urban Farm at carillionclinic.org/farm. As always, Garden Variety Harvest continues to create copious amounts of lettuce mix for restaurants and farmers markets. But as I've mentioned in past farm updates, there are a few new things on the docket this year. Summer squash is going pretty well this year. We've got our first zucchinis and patty pans going to the farmers market this week. and our melon patch slash winter squash patch looks really, really healthy right now. Only time will tell whether or not we're able to keep the squash bugs and vine borers off of those plants, but so far things are looking really, really good. We mulched very heavily with rye straw at the squash patch to try to keep weeds down and try to keep some moisture in the ground so that we don't have to water as often, and so far that plan is working out really well. Very little weeding that we've had to do over there. It's kind of been just plop them in and water a couple times and we're off to the races. The search for our forever farm continues. We are massaging a handful of interesting opportunities that are on the board right now, but it is definitely not too late to reach out to us if you have or have access to a few acres of farmable land in the city of Roanoke. Please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm just really, really excited about how people have been plugged in to the land search and been willing to share opportunities with us, and having all these conversations around what land access means to a small farmer and what security means to a small farm. It's an energizing conversation to be having, and it gives me hope for the future of small farms, not just in our region, but everywhere. I look forward to the day when garden variety harvests can be more than just a one-man operation. I can't wait till I can hire a farm crew and have some opportunities to kind of pay the knowledge forward into the growing community and try to stop the brain drain that is the techniques of organic agriculture. And that's about everything I have for you in this midsummer farm update. I would like to encourage anybody who has questions or comments around everything we do at Garden Variety Harvest to leave a comment. Ideas for video topics and stuff like that, feel free to leave a note in the comments. I read them all, and I would be happy to do a video for you if there are things that you think that I can teach on this channel. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.